All right, so this is my game room. I always wanted to have like a hangout for the guys, and I always thought, you know what, there's the house and then there's the shop. And so I have the workshop and here's the game room. Put up everything that kind of has been memorabilia over the years, and just kind of wanted a cool bar hangout. So kind of just cruising, and it's got pictures all around the walls from stuff that I've done. And like, this is probably one of my favorite pictures ever, is the 360 at the Coliseum that night when they gave me the red flag and I went out and stuck the 360, just barely pulling it. And that was like one of the best moments in my career. And it's just a cool thing I sit back and look at sometimes, you know? And so I come in and there's, you know, my TV, sit here and watch TV, watch videos with the guys, and just put some trophies up, just the basic deal. And this is kind of like my space in here, you know, like the little area that I get to do what I want. So, and then there's trophies from over the years, stuff that, you know, amateur nationals that I've won and are placed at, and through the years of Team Green and all that stuff. And I don't think a lot of people know, like, since that last video came out of me winning the Supercross, that I actually used to race dirt bikes. So it's crazy. But yeah, and then just freestyle stuff, jerseys, the year I won the championship in freestyle, and just a cool little hangout place. And over here is the bar area, which isn't finished. I got this old bar from Mexico, and I just want to do some bottles, alcohol and stuff up here. But for now I have all my helmets from back in the day. And this kind of starts from the day when I was on a mini bike, and you can tell I had a lot of style back in the day. I was riding with Matt Style when I started, you know. I've always been a true player in the game of motocross. So these are all the helmets that just go up through the years, and I have skateboards from like BAM and just all the others, Tony Hawk and all the guys I've hung out with over the years, and just cool little deals. So this helmet here, everyone kind of asked like what this helmet is, and it's the day when I raced Moto XXX, Washougal Motocross, and we were like, you know what can we do next to piss off the AMA? And so we're like, we'll glitter my bike, my helmet, gear. Brian Swink did too. We were teammates, and went out. I remember I battled with like Pashon and Roncada for like 5th place on this glitter bike that was so ugly, like so hideous. It was like the full LBZ bike, and laid it on them, dude, and people were tripping, you know. And it was just funny because we had to have fun with it, because realistically there wasn't like a ton of money involved, and we were just there racing dirt bikes. So I think it was one of those moments that definitely pissed people off. So that was cool. That's a good memory. It's crazy what you can remember from helmets, you know. Like, this is the one I won the LA Coliseum on. Was the first when I wrote Militia in here for the first time. That was the first deal in '97. So a lot's happened since then, you know. Came out here with 2 dirt bikes and a pickup truck in about '95, so no money, so somehow I pulled it off. And I got a shot of like the car racing and stuff I kind of got into, raced some desert cars and now racing core trucks. So as you can see, this is a workshop that I wanted to build, and you know, it's like 3,000 square foot, has everything that you kind of need, and it's one of those things I've always just kind of dreamt up, and it was like one day I'll have the perfect spot, and I don't really plan on moving, but kind of kept the bikes over the years, and like pretty much everyone that ever wants to try to be a rebel on a motorcycle's got to have a chopper. So got the hardtail chopper, which kind of sucks on the dirt road, but it's fun. It's kind of just for show now. And I've kept these bikes over the years that Jesse James has done for me. And when I used to ride for him, I think we're the first ones to introduce like the polish and the paint and all the cool stuff to do to dirt bikes, you know, when kind of the norm was just a clean stock bike, you know, and we kind of changed it up. And like this bike, I won the LA Coliseum, or I did the 360 at the LA Coliseum and won best trick that year on this bike. And then 5 months later, crashed, broke my femur in both wrists, and came back a year later to win that event on this bike. So some history in here. And then this workshop, we just kind of did it out with with cabinets and the 450, which we ride the tracks on now, which beats me up and gets me in shape. So the 450's fun to ride, and then I got the 250 two-strokes, keeping it, keeping it alive with the two-strokes, not letting that die. So go out and hit ramps on these bikes, and it's cool, Just go outside and hit a ramp. You don't have to go too far. So coming down here, I got actually asked Jim Downey for Brett's bike. A kid who passed away was my neighbor that we got into dirt bike riding, and he crashed and had a bad accident, ended up passing away, and his dad gave me his bike, which was super cool, and it's just like a cool memory because we used to hang out. He used to be my neighbor and live like a couple houses down the street, and they're like family to me, so it's just a cool memory piece that I'll always have, So that, and then into trucks. This was my next venture, racing trucks, and I wanted to try something new, and this was like Rick Johnson, Jerry McGrath, all the guys were doing it, so I went in and tried it out, and it was fun. I had a blast, but it's very expensive, way more than a dirt bike when you drive these things, so I've kind of parked it because the wife's been tripping. So come up here, and we have every true skit maker has to have a chips bike, and so I went out and bought 2 bikes from Hollywood Motors, and we still have yet to do my chip skit, and I'm gonna do it, and I have an idea, and I don't want to tell you because it's good, and people are gonna really laugh. I don't want no one to steal it. So we roll around town, sirens still work, and we pull people over, dude. We basically, I go to the gym and roll up on people, and you can, like those, people pull over still on these things, so it's pretty good. I throw on my cop helmet, cop shades, and regulate this town, you know what I'm saying? So my daughter has her go-kart, and there's a lot of toys in here, It's a lot of stuff to kill time in your day, so I'm pretty stoked. And now it's kind of what my life's about, is hanging out and just figuring out what I want to do the next day, so it's pretty cool. So see you later, Transworld Motocross. Thanks for coming out to the compound. Later.